If you want to learn some of the secrets about filming those kick-ass scenes in Cobra Kai, then we suggest you keep on watching. We have everything from karate choreography, fake sets, to all of the strings a show can use. So without further ado, here's what Cobra Kai really looks like without CGI. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10, Coyote Creek wasn't as cool as it was in the show. Now, when the Cobra Kai JoJo went for an exercise in the woods, we started getting excited. They were divided into two groups and had to steal the other team's headband. The team who would collect the most headbands would win. Even though the fight scenes looked cool on the show, the team didn't have so much fun on the set. Why? Because they were in a forest, for Christ's sake. They had to film all of the scenes in the open. Damp and wet floors, bugs, and a lot of sitting around waiting for your scene were just small parts of the things the actors had to endure. Plus, the epic scene between Hawk and Miguel didn't look so epic, at least not when Miguel fell on the ground and got mud all over him. Acting is hard, people. Number 9, most of the places actually exist, but while almost all of the scenes in Cobra Kai are shot on location, the filming crew doesn't need a big where they film the scenes. Don't believe us? Well, what if we told you that Cobra Kai Dojo actually exists? It looks pretty damn close to the real deal. One of the things that's actually a film set is Miguel's apartment. That's right, when you see Miguel do his morning workouts and get an early sweat on, you know that that's not a real apartment. Neither are all of the diners. In the behind the scenes footage, you can clearly see that the crew uses green screens on the windows so that later they can smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, they actually edit them and make them seem like the actors are in a real life restaurant. Number 8, not the best drinkers in the world. Remember when Sam and Tori had their drink off? When they had to drink as much as possible while standing on one foot and not tipping over. Well, not that we're all for underage drinking, but this scene was just plain epic. Like all stories, when you look at them through the camera lens, you realize the actors are just people. And to avoid hurting the people, the crew had to secure them with rope to prevent this from happening. See how she almost broke her hand there? If it weren't for the rope, that mistake would have turned into one expensive lawsuit.
I'm going down.
Number 7, the Billboard. Remember the time when Johnny drew a penis on the billboard of Daniel LaRusso? He had just put up that new ad for his car dealership and Johnny wanted to wipe that smirk off his face. So what'd he do? He replaced it with a big red penis. He drew with spray paint. But you know what? In real life, there was no real billboards. There was no penis. It was all CGI, and the editing team did that on their computers. So LaRusso got worked up about nothing.
Holy shit, it's huge. Mother.
Number 6, the outdoors are a distraction. If you still don't believe the cast of Cobra Kai does most of their scenes outdoors, then here's proof. Here's William Zabaka interrupted by a car alarm that went off on the parking lot. We told you the dojo is real, didn't we? Then you have all of the scenes that were interrupted by bees, mosquitoes, and bugs in general, and almost all of them ran away like little kids. So all those extra long days for the actors were due to the wilderness they had to film in. Gianni Desensko almost choked on a moth.
Oh, no, it's here. Tanner. Oh, okay.
Mr. L, before we begin. Let's, oh, sorry. Sorry. Clear up the gate. Let's go check out that booth.
Number 5, here's how all of those jump kicks are done. In just a little while, we'll cover how Samantha performed that cool jump kick when she entered into the mall fight with Hawk. This behind-the-scenes footage will give you a general idea of how things go down at the dojo. And here's a little hint. It's all ropes. Ropes that the actors tie around their waist to help them jump higher, while most of the times it's not other actors pulling them on the other end, or Zolo. It's pretty much how it works. In the actual show, they have a good enough budget to actually make pillars that will automatically pull the ropes and lift the actors up in the air. Now, while we think this looks cool, imagine all of the editing that needs to be done in order to remove that little string from the jump scene. That's why studios don't do them as often.
Rolling. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Shoot!
He landed like this.
Number 4, the badass professor. Now, when it comes to a badass professor, few can even come close to this guy. He's been practicing karate at Cobra Kai dojo for the last few months. From what we saw in the last scene, we'd say he's a pretty good. Goofy, but pretty good. I mean, who in the world of karate actually kicks a child with their butt? Is that even a thing? And for all of you who want to see how the scene went on without all the costumes and stunt work, here you go. It's the same guy, but this time he looks even sillier. All while we're thinking it couldn't get any crazier, out comes this guy. Black shorts, black t-shirt tucked inside the shorts, and he just starts karate chopping kids left and right. Just to think, that stunt kid had to get butt slapped in the face twice by this guy. Talk about a hard job. Number 3, concrete training like never before. While LaRusso uses traditional Chinese methods to teach kids the art of the craft, Johnny has a different approach. For example, one time he told Samantha and Robby to practice karate while standing on a wooden platform on water. Johnny put his Cobra Kai students inside the mixer of a cement truck and told them to use their body strength to make the wheel churn. When we saw the guys pushing the giant wheel, we were skeptical, so after a little bit of digging around, we found that the inside of the cement truck looks nothing like the one in the movie. The real ones have spiraling edges that help mix the cement with sand and water. Something like this. Plus, once we saw John Hurwitz's Twitter post, we know that all of that is fake. It's just not real. They actually used a giant spinning cylinder that they filled up with cement and placed a camera on one end. This made it seem like the guys were inside of the truck mixing cement like it's in the Middle Ages. To the mall fight. Cobra Kai became famous for kicking some serious ass, especially when Samantha and Robby managed to take on 5 bullies, including Hawk. And he's no pushover, at least he isn't right now. We all know how he had his start on the show. Anyways, let's talk about the creators of the show managed to create this cool scene, especially that absolutely awesome backspin kick Samantha did. First of all, they had to place a lot of mattresses all around the set, and then they had to tie the actors with special strings which would lift them up as they performed some of these cool kicks. And this is exactly how Samantha did that spin kick. The ropes that secured her waist as she used that tall guy as a platform to jump off of. And then you go through a lot of karate training to tie it all together in the end.
I loved the mall fight because of the way that it coordinated with our balance board technique.
Number 1, Miguel's Injury. Of course, we saved the best for last. This is the most memorable scene in both Cobra Kai seasons. Why? Because one of the main characters on the show gets badly injured, and maybe even paralyzed from the waist down. That's because Robby showed Miguel no mercy as he kicked him over the fence. As Miguel was falling, our breath stopped, and we just hoped he would miss the edge of the handrail, but we all know that didn't happen. Even though Miguel was badly injured, Zola Madrina went home without a single scratch. This is because he was secured by 2 poles that stood on each side of the stairwell. He was then tied with cords and ropes from both sides as he fell down. And that epic scene where Miguel is falling in slow-mo is pretty much how slow they lowered the ropes. Despite the entire scene being CGI, we couldn't help but notice this one blooper that we found online. It shows Zola being slammed on that handrail and fall to the floor. Although he was tied to a support beam, that heavy thud you hear didn't seem like special effects to us. Could it be that the actor had some cushioning on his back to break the fall? What do you think, guys? And on that note, we end this video, but hey, did we miss any of the details about how Cobra Kai is filmed? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.